fan of the Hodaki Big Show podcast? Make
Turn
sure
it
you
on,
check out
please.
more from
Jace,
Jace, Mike and
don't talk
Keezy
over
on
the
their
top of this.
Instagram at Hodaki Big Show.
Pugs,
Or
are you
tune in
recording
to
this
them
for
4 to
YouTube?
7 every weekday
Okay,
on
good to
Radio
know.
Hodaki.
Just wanted to know before we start.
Yeah, Pugs.
Thanks, mate.
That's really pissing me off because they had the pole vault on
Yeah.
in the studio and who turned it off? You did.
Old Mogi, yeah.
Oh, you
Because I'm sort of in the line of sight of the television, so I'll be like in a yarn and you'll just be not looking at me, just staring at the TV behind me, and I think it's fucking rude, actually.
That's what it's like whenever we talk to you, Mogi. You're never staring at us either. You're just looking at the thing or on your
Oh,
phone.
it's all coming out now. Oh,
Hey,
jeez,
fellas,
we're
look,
having a go.
If it's all good, just leave me out of this one, all right?
Yeah, you're all good,
Because
mate.
I've got no
But it was
issues
great,
with anyone
though.
or anything.
It was great, the pole vaulting. That's all I'm saying. I would have been professional, Mogi, and focused my entire thoughts on you
No,
and
you
what
wouldn't
you were
have.
saying.
Well, then you won't mind that it's not turned on.
Well, I mean, I could have done both.
What, be turned on and
And
do
focus
the
on
radio
me.
show?
Or focus on me and be turned on.
There's been plenty of times when I've been turned on and focused on you.
Oh, I should think so.
So there's nothing different there.
Yeah.
You guys got a weird energy with each other. Have you noticed that? Like in terms of like sexually, I mean.
Yeah. And that there's no sexual energy there at all, which is different from
Well,
you two.
Well, I mean,
Me and Jace don't have sexual energy.
Not anymore.
well, we've already had sex.
Yell energy.
And we know what it's like. So there's, when it just doesn't work in the bedroom.
It's just not there.
It's just not there, Mogi. And so,
Yeah.
I thought it was there. But I guess I was wrong, Mogi.
Guess so.
what between you and Mogi?
No, me and you.
Oh,
that was
right.
ages ago. Taranaki. That was over 2 years ago, wasn't it? I
know.
feel like that was a long time ago.
It was a long while away.
What's going on, fellas?
Not much, man.
You went to the gym though.
I did.
Same.
I'll tell you what, I can tell a story because it'll be too long for the radio show. Did legs last night, so I went to the gym last night, had a mozza all round, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. You messaged that through. What was that?
Oh, did you get your headphones?
I had a mozza because I didn't take my headphones and I was doing legs and I didn't want to. And so full. God, that time of night that gym is full. It sucks. And so anyway, went along, did that, finished, came down into the changing room there, and there was an elderly fella that was sitting right next to my locker. He was sitting there, so I had to ask him to move so I could get in there. That was, lovely old fella he was there. He had his workout gear on. Feel like he was on his phone, perhaps, just getting a few things done. And so I got changed, went and had a sauna. Went into the sauna, a few gentlemen in there. One gentleman had a sort of Stars and Stripes undies on,
Oh,
or
God.
swimwear.
Budgie smugglers.
Good nick. He was in good nick. He left. I can't tell you exactly what it was because I refused to look at him. And then he left, and then he came back in, and instead of sitting on the bench, he stood by the
Coles?
The coals. Young, like 34 or whatever he was, and was just doing stretches, just gyrating his hips. At one point, leaning on the wood around the coals and leaning back. There's no room in there. Putting his ass in people's faces, etc., etc.
Was it an intimidation thing?
I think it was. He was going for a vibe thing. And look, fair play to you, but you're not sure what audience you're playing to there. That would be like me doing that in front of a whole bunch of women. That would be fucking weird as well.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would be.
You wouldn't do it. You just sit down, have your sauna.
Because you're forcing everyone in the sauna, which is a small place,
Exactly.
into an uncomfortable position.
Yeah.
In the hopes that maybe one person could be
Let's
picking
be
up.
into it.
Yeah.
That's right. But look,
Look, I recall you having similar experiences in the sauna.
I've had no shortage of experiences.
Isn't it
in the sauna.
weird? Maybe it just brings that sort of thing out in people.
I
And they're
think
like,
saunas
hey,
are
it's just two dudes in a sauna,
Oh,
or however many dudes, and
8.
I'm going to stretch and show my ass and see what happens.
Yes.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki. The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
I feel like saunas are a place that not all weird people, but I feel like weird people would be attracted to going into a sauna. I don't know why.
I think, that's right. Not all people, but weird people are. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, a high percentage of weird people love a sauna.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that guy left, And then another guy came in and he had his phone and he was watching the Olympics on his phone.
In the sauna.
In the sauna. And then people were like, what are you watching? He was like, can't remember what it was. Kayaking, I think. Another guy's like, is it on the lake? Anyway, there's a big long yarn, so that was enough for me. I was off. did about 20 minutes in there. I come out.
That's pretty good, though, 20 minutes.
20 minutes, I know. I couldn't believe it. And then I went out and I had a shower. And then I went back to my locker and the old guy was still sitting there. So he'd been there for about 25 minutes on his phone. G'day, mate. And he said, what did he say? He goes, I'm going in there now, pointing towards the sauna. So you can have the whole bench to yourself. And I went, I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, you just do, right?
You do.
Yeah.
You do. You just go, yeah.
Especially an old boy, you know.
Yeah,
Probably
trying to make
cracking
the
a
old
joke.
fella feel good. And it was not funny. And then so he left. And then I got changed. And then I went upstairs. And I got upstairs and I went, shit, water bottle. Got to make sure I got my water bottle because it's not my water bottle, you see. It's my wife's.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I notoriously lose water bottles. I'm a shocker.
Sure.
Not in my bag. Not in my bag.
Uh-oh.
So I go downstairs. It's not in my it's not where I was sitting. I'm like, where the fuck? I was like, sauna. Maybe I left it in the sauna. Didn't leave it in the sauna. I was like, shower. What I haven't said was that when I was going up the stairs, there was a guy coming down the stairs, and he's like, oh, sorry. I was like, oh, all good, man, all good. But he was,
Yeah.
And so anyway, I did all that, came back down, and then got to the point where I was like, I've got to go and have a look at that shower. There's somebody in the shower, right? There's nobody in any other shower. I'm standing outside the shower thinking, how am I going to do this? And then I look up, and the gay fella that had said, sorry for coming down the stairs, he's standing at the water fountain looking at me with his eyes raised, like, gonna go in that shower. He's taking...
No.
He's taking the piss out of me. I was like, fuck's sake. So I knock on the shower and I go, is there a water bottle in there, mate? And he didn't say anything. And I could tell and then I could see by the top of his head that it was the old guy that had been on my bed. Now, he hadn't been to have a sauna. This whole time he's been in the shower. He's like, and then I was like, sorry, mate, is there a water bottle in there? Oh, nah, no water bottles. Oh, you sure? Nah, not there. So, man. So go back upstairs, look in my bag again, which I've left at reception, not in there. Now the staff at the gym are getting involved. Do you want me to? I was like, I'm pretty sure it's in that shower, but I don't know what he's doing in there because he's taking a long time.
Oh, he's having a go at himself.
So then I go downstairs again. I got to wait for him to come out of the shower now because he's going to come out with my water bottle. I go in there. I sit on the bench. No shit. I am sitting on that fucking bench for 15 minutes waiting for this asshole to get out of the shower.
Jesus.
When he said he was going to be half an hour, he wasn't lying. He's in the shower. And I'm just sitting there waiting, fully dressed. So how do I look in the changing room with everybody else coming in and getting changed?
So someone else is telling a wacky story about the guy in the changing room
That's
now.
right, this is prick. Anyway, and then I'm sitting there and I look at my locker and it's open. There's nothing in there, but it's open, right? So, and they're like a meter. There's a row of metal lockers and they're about 900 to a meter high, and there's a double stack. And you open the doors. They're skinny little bastards, so probably 200 wide. And the door's open, and I'm looking at it, and I go over, and the door to my locker is open. So I go over and I close that door on my locker, which reveals the contents of the locker beside it, and there is my water bottle in that locker, as well as my shorts and my underpants.
Oh my God, Mogi.
Which I hadn't noticed were missing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Can I just
That
say,
is a mozza.
huge mozza. The whole thing's quite funny. Can I just say, I don't think that would have been too long for radio. I mean, it was 8 minutes.
Yeah, it's about our breaks.
I was surprised that having lost or thinking that you've lost your water bottle, that you didn't go back into the gym and go, maybe I left
because
it in
I
the
knew
gym.
I had it in the
right.
sauna with me.
Okay.
Because it's hot in there. So I knew I had it there.
So do you always take your water bottle into the shower, or did you just have all your stuff in
It's
there?
on the way back.
Right,
So I go
okay.
sauna into the shower.
Then, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Right. And that guy was still in there
Yeah.
when I left.
He doesn't want to go home.
And I think that's some people...
He's scared of coming out of the shower. He thinks I'm there.
Yeah. I reckon he opened the door, had a look, you're sitting on the bench, grumpy looking, and he goes, "Oh shit, this guy's
Yeah.
got it in for me."
Well, I was, to be fair, just sitting there staring at the showers.
That is a huge.
And then
bother.
someone will be like, wasn't it that guy from
Oh,
Paranormal
no.
that was perving at us in
Yeah.
the...
Was that old Mogi?
Because then I was in a yarn with the guy upstairs, and he's like, "Oh, you find it?" And the guy that worked there, and then continued the yarn. I was like, "Blah blah blah," and he's like, "All right, have a good night, Mike." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
It's like, God, that Minogue's a bit of a goose. Hey, listen to Hodaki 4 till 7 every weekday. All right, 4 till 7 weekdays.
What, me?
Can I also say, Jace and Keezy, don't go to the gym at night.
No, I've done that before myself, and I fucking hated it.
It sucks.
Especially
I was waiting constantly to use a machine.
Yes.
That's why, like, 8 or 9 in the morning's perfect because
Yeah.
everyone's pissed off to work.
Absolutely.
in our jobs, absolutely. That's the best part about it, is we can do it during the day.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So good. Hey, but seriously, 4 till 7 every weekday, Radio Hodaki Big Show.
Thanks, mate.